Ever wonder how you can take just everyday, ordinary items and turn them into fall or Halloween decor? I'm going to show you how to do that today by making this copper scrubber pumpkin and this cheesecloth ghosts. Very simple to do, so let's do this. Like I said, we are going to be making 2 fall crafts for Make It Monday. I'm going to make a copperish wire pumpkin, and I'm going to show you how to make a cheesecloth ghost. So let's do this. So I have these. These are the copper metal wire scrubbers, and I'm going to show you what I'm going to do with these. So I had taken these apart, as you can see, and I had covered some ornaments with them, but I didn't like them, so I thought, well, I'll use them for something else. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take these and I'm going to place them inside each other. And I'm going to build up a pumpkin. Just going to put them inside each other. Put them inside. See, it's getting larger. Now, I've got my last one. I'm going to go ahead and put it over. Trying to close it up a little bit. Until it looks something like this. Now, I need to plug in my hot glue gun. I also have this stem that I'm going to use. Now that my hot glue gun is heating up, I've got this large needle, and I've got some jute string. I'm going to thread my needle, and I am going to close the top just with a running stitch, making sure it's down far enough that it won't pull through. Careful, do not cut yourself. All right, now I have that closed. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull it. I'm going to tie it. Cut off string. And now I'm going to take this and I'm going to make my ridges. You know how pumpkin has ridges. So let's make some ridges. I think I'll make 6 on this one. kind of tight to make. Now, let's go ahead and tie this off. There we go. Now I've got my stem. Kind of place it in, and then I'm going to put my hot glue and kind of hold it in place till it dries. Adjust your strings if you need to. And there's you a pumpkin out of scrubbers. So there's that. Very simple. Now, for the next one, what I'm going to need is some cheesecloth, some glue, and something to drape it over. So, here's my cheesecloth. This is quite a bit here. I got this at Goodwill, actually, for 99 cents. Let's see. Let's cut off about this much. Oh, this is probably 18 inches long. Now, what I'm going to do, pretty simple. I need to find me some things to drape it over. So I'm going to use this, but I need something to kind of elevate this one a little bit, to kind of bring them up a little bit. Now I've got me a container. I'm going to take my glue, pour my glue in here. Grab me a spoon. Start adding some water. Know that you can make Mod Podge like this with just some school glue and some water. Which I have some Mod Podge, I just don't want to use it for this, so I thought, well, school glue is cheap enough. Just add it a small bit at a time. Mix it up. All right, now, let me grab me some gloves. Close up my glue. Now, I'm going to take my cheesecloth and I'm going to put it into my glue mixture. Kind of making sure it's saturated. wring it out, because this is where you need the gloves, because it gets kind of messy. Lay this here. Take these gloves off. Set up my form, just like so. Take this and this. And I think I'll elevate one just a bit higher than the other. Now, I have my cheesecloth. This is a delicate process because we don't want it to rip. We're making a ghost, in case I didn't say. And when I get this draped, I'm gonna leave it for 24 hours to dry. Okay, headway. I'm making some headway. Here we go. Now, all this taken. Okay. As you can see, it's kind of slimy. Now, what I'm going to do is I got to find the center part of it, wherever that's at. Okay, here we go. Now, there we go. I'm going to drape it over to let's see how this works without the blocks. This doesn't want to stand. Let's see. Let's go ahead and do it. Okay, now we'll take my cloth. I decided to do it without the blocks. Drape it over just like so. Now, I need to find some things to put underneath it to kind of give it some arms. I know I have another one somewhere. How will that work? Just use whatever you can find. Now, what I'm going to do, I'm going to take my scissors and I'm going to trim it up just a little bit. Just because I don't want it to be too wild. And this should dry stiff. And stand up on its own. So let's go ahead and get that done. Now, just trim it as you see it needs to be. Now, we need to let it dry. So, I'll be back tomorrow when this is dry. I'm back to finish up my ghost. So, let's see if this worked. So, let's go ahead. I think what I'll do before I take it off the form is I think I'm going to draw some eyes with a black Sharpie. Just some rough eyes, just some circles, ovals. And the mouth. Then I'll show you what it looks like. Now, let's go ahead and take this out. We have to do some maneuvering because we don't want him to have a flat head. Let's kind of make it stand up a little bit more. And if we need to, take my marker and darken up his eyes just a little bit. Can you see him? And there we have a ghost. Like I said, if you want to, you can kind of bend him around. Or what you even could do is make some faces here, just like this, and you could have 3 ghosts. I just now thought of that, so let's try that. His face is smushed in, so let's go ahead and make now. 3 ghosts. You could have made it 1 with like this, or I just went ahead and made it 3. You might could even get some like black vinyl to make the eyes, but it's supposed to be transparent, so there's your ghost. A ghost and a scrubber pumpkin. That's today's crafts. Hope you enjoyed them. So, I hope you enjoyed this video. Give this ghost a try. All it is some cheesecloth, some glue and water, and drape it over something and form it the way you want to. Let it dry. Let it dry overnight. And some copper scrubbers. That's all they were. So don't forget to tune in the next time. We'll see what we can find. Like I said, hopefully for the month of October, it'll be fall crafts. Then in November, I'm going to get into the Christmas. I'm going to do November and December for Christmas crafts. So don't forget to like, to subscribe, to hit that notification button, and to share my videos. Until next time, bye.